Hi, everyone. I'm Michelle DeSelms. A former reserve police officer wrongly imprisoned in a case involving the murder of 11-year-old Jodi Parrack 16 years ago says he has no plans to return to his hometown, even after a jury awarded him $14.5 million. Targeted investigator Ken Kolker, whose investigation helped lead to Ray McCann Jr.'s exoneration, spoke to people who live in Constantine.
In the village of Constantine, population 1,974, Ray McCann became known as a suspected child killer. Long before he left town, before Jodi Parrack's murder in 2007, McCann was a customer at Meek's Mill, the only breakfast joint in a town with more pot shops than bars.
Well, I remember everything about it.
The frantic search for the missing 11-year-old girl, the discovery of her body in the Constantine Township Cemetery on the edge of town. She had been sexually assaulted and strangled.
It was just a crazy day here in town, I think, for a lot of people.
She had heard wrongly and still believes that it was McCann who discovered the body. McCann, a star all-area player on the high school football team, a father of two who coached and officiated racquet football in town, a man with no criminal record, a reserve police officer.
It would have been that, he's guilty, he found her, he's the one that found her. There's just so much chaos, that 100 different stories.
It was actually Jodi's mom who discovered the body after McCann, who was helping with the search, suggested they check the cemetery. Jodi's murder was the first in this village in 30 years. Facts or not, McCann's reputation was on its way to ruin.
Yeah, I remembered. Yeah, a lot of accusations going on, here and there, and pointing fingers and so forth, etc. It makes everybody cautious and upset, I'll tell you, because things really normally don't happen in a small town like this, and so it makes big headlines of people in this town.
Some in town heard the whispers generated by cold case detectives targeting McCann, that police had evidence against him, including DNA. McCann was never charged with the murder, but later pleaded no contest to perjury. That was later overturned after a targeted investigation, but not before he spent 20 months locked up. People thought Ray McCann was the killer.
Yes. Well, there was, to my viewpoint, is that they wanted to pin it on somebody, or they wanted to get the population of the town off of their backs.
Don King grew up with McCann, played high school football with him, then became director of Constantine Racquet Football. McCann coached for a time before becoming a ref.
They did a really good job, and then some parents came up and said, hey, with what's going on, he shouldn't be around the kids, so we had no choice but to kind of ask him to step away. I don't know that everybody thought he did it, but a lot of people thought he was involved somehow, because that's what the police were saying to everybody.
King says detectives interviewed him and his wife 5 times, even followed them home once after they talked to McCann.
They told us that they knew Ray did it, that they had everything but his DNA on her body, that they actually thought he may have killed her at the Rocket football field.
Absurd, King thought.
I didn't think he would hurt a kid. That's not him. He used to live right down here on the corner. Yeah. And the guy that killed Jodi Parrack lived right over there. He lived a block away. That's where he killed her, right over there.
Daniel Furlong, after his arrest in another case, confessed to killing Jodi and dumping her body in the cemetery. Furlong is spending 30 to 60 years in prison. He told police he acted alone and knew McCann only as the guy that police had been wrongly pursuing, to his benefit. But even that has not been enough to convince some.
There's still people on Facebook that'll, to this day, that say, oh, he was involved, but obviously he wasn't. You grow up in a small town, you know everybody, and they kind of turn their back on you. I imagine that's pretty rough.
Yeah. The last time he saw McCann was shortly after his release from prison. McCann, he says, was working as a janitor at a Walmart. He says that he would welcome him back as a football referee.
I honestly wanted to reach out to him, but I don't want him to think that, oh, I'm reaching out to you because you got a pile of money.
A federal jury awarded McCann $14.5 million in late September in a lawsuit against the state police cold case detective who pursued him. Would you feel comfortable now finally moving back to Constantine?
No, I'll never move back there. it's too hard on me.
But now everyone should know that Ray McCann had nothing at all to do with this.
Correct, but it's just too many bad memories. It's just too hard.
1484.
Back at Meek's Mill, restaurant owner Tracy Johnson is serving up eggs and coffee to her regulars. Do you think he'd be welcome back here now?
He would here. And he probably would by people. I mean, so much has gone on and the outcome of everything, I think he'd be welcome back.
We reached out to the Michigan Attorney General's office, which defended the state police detective in this case. They say they haven't determined yet whether to appeal the $14.5 million verdict. In Constantine, I'm Target investigator Ken Kolker.